start with Kyle Goon.
Hang on, guys, wait for the mic.
Guys, before you ask a question, please wait for the mic. Thank you.
Kyle Goon, Orange County Register. Frank, everyone has had to adjust to this environment, but the importance of LeBron's leadership in that aspect, what's the biggest adjustment you've seen him make to being inside the bubble for so long, and how has that had a trickle-down effect on the rest of your players?
Well, it's important to get out of your room, right, in this environment, the bubble, and obviously, when your captains, LeBron and Anthony, are going to be at every sort of team event that we have, a pool party or a barbecue or anything like that, or eating in the team meal room with his teammates. I think that is infectious to the group in terms of guys just wanting to be together and leaning on each other in this unique situation where we're away from our families and away from the real world, really. So I think that's probably the biggest thing.
Dave McMenamin.
Frank, when you see the news out of Tennessee today that the Titans had to shut things down because of COVID-19, does it remind you of the situation you guys are in down here and just the remarkable nature of the operations put together to keep everybody healthy so far?
We feel very fortunate, and seeing that news, it definitely does make me appreciate what has been created here at Adam Silver and the NBA. Because obviously all of our efforts could be grinded to a halt if we were outside of a bubble in a less safe environment. So credit to the NBA for putting this thing together. It's really remarkable how it's come together, and hopefully we're able to finish.
Dan.
Frank, you guys have been tested, I don't know, so many ways this year. You've had a front row seat to kind of LeBron's leadership and how it's operated. What have been your impressions on the way he's kind of helped steer you guys through all sorts of different things?
He's the best leader I've ever been around. Simplest way to put it, in terms of players. And we've obviously, like you said, we've dealt with a lot of heavy emotional types of adversity that we've gone through. And, he sets a great tone with his example. But is also a great leader from a communicative standpoint, talking to guys, talking to the group, about the right mindset to have through certain situations, being the leading voice, when things occur where we're all not really sure how to deal with it or what to say. He's been a leading voice in those situations and, just an integral part of our success this year.
Coach, I got two questions for you real quick. The first one, you mentioned a barbecue earlier. You guys have a barbecue. Where can I find that food at?
That's a great question. That's a Rob Pelinka question.
Okay, Rob. All right.
He's the one that sets those up. And it ended up not even being a barbecue because it rained every time we tried to have the barbecue.
Okay, that makes sense.
So we had to have it inside.
Just curious. So the second one is, being there's not any home court advantage here. I was curious if you looked up the numbers on some of your guys and, with the fake crowd noise, have you seen a difference
Send it back to you, Will.
All right, yeah, Frank, I will take two more. Melissa Rowland.
Hey, Frank. Obviously, there's, normally a much bigger wall up between players and coaches. I'm curious if being in this environment, you've gotten to know the players in a much different way than you typically normally would have.
Of course, we've spent a lot of time together, far more, dinners and, just being around each other, seeing each other around the campus than we would normally be in if we were at home. When practice is over, everybody goes home to their families, to their own lives. We've all been still together. So it's been a sort of a hidden benefit, a silver lining to my relationship with our group and our group's relationship with each other. And hopefully it bodes well for us in these finals.
All right, yeah, last one for me. Jose, please.
Yeah, Coach. Thank you. I wanted to ask you a little bit about Rondo and the matchups that he's going to be facing against Miami. Maybe Goran Dragic, very experienced player. Maybe Duncan Robinson at times, and Tyler Hero, of course. What do you expect from Rondo in the series? Thanks.
He's going to be Rondo. He really impacts the game on both sides of the ball, both with his ability to orchestrate the offense. Put guys
and the
in
matchups
that
he's going to be
score
facing
and
against Miami, maybe Goran
but also
Dragic,
he just makes winning plays. Defensively, he's got great lateral speed and athleticism. Defensively, obviously he's been an all-defensive player throughout his career, and we'll do whatever's necessary to get the job done on that end of the floor as well.
All right, I think we're all set. Thanks so much, Frank.
Okay.
Lakers head coach Frank Vogel. We have 3D and Tough Juice here with me. Juice, Frank Vogel, at the beginning of the season, there was a lot of people that were scratching their heads when he received the job. There was a lot of speculation how long he's going to hold the job. But so far, he's done a more than remarkable job. We heard LeBron, after winning the game against the Denver Nuggets, speak so highly of Frank Vogel. You're very much what. So I actually have that question. We're going to put that on hold because we have LeBron James right here for you. Let's take you live.
Hey, LeBron, just studying the Heat and what you've seen from them in this postseason, what's at the top of the list? What stands out the most to you about the way that they're playing basketball?
I would think two things. One, how hard they play for 48 minutes. No matter if they're up, no matter if they're down, they play extremely hard. It would be the way they move without the ball. They share the ball. Everyone is live on the floor. It's not one guy that you can disrespect or be off throughout the course of an offensive possession. And they do a job of moving without the ball, sharing the ball, cutting, passing. So those are the two things that stand out.
LeBron, you've described that time in Miami like it was going to college for you. If you can think back to those 4 years, what were the most important lessons that you learned about yourself and about leadership?
I think as far as leadership, that grows no matter where you are every day if you want to be a leader and if you strive to be a leader every day. And I think being around, Riles and Spo, D Wade and UD, and just to name a few, being a part of that culture allowed me to grow, allowed me to see, what it takes to not only compete for a championship, but also to win a championship. So it definitely, put me in a position where I knew what it took. I saw what it took. But also, I fit that culture as well because of how hard I work. So it was a perfect match for those 4 years.
Hey, LeBron, it's Bill Oram. Would it have any extra meaning to you to win a championship against Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra, guys that have helped shape you and vice versa in those years together?
Absolutely not. It's no extra meaning to winning a championship, no matter who you're playing against. It's already hard enough to even reach the finals, to be in this position. So if you're able to become victorious out of the finals, it doesn't matter who it's against. I'm just happy that I'm here with the opportunity, to represent not only myself, but represent our fans, our fan base, our organization, my teammates, our coaching staff, our training staff, and so many others that represent this organization to the utmost respect.
Allison?
And Dave McMenamin?
LeBron, 6 years after playing for Miami, how do you feel about Pat Riley?
That's such a broad question, Dave. I don't understand.
Leaves it open for interpretation. Like, how do you, when you hear the name Pat Riley, what do you think about? How do you describe your relationship?
When I hear the
with him
word
today?
Pat Riley, you think about probably one of the greatest minds that this game has ever had. He's won at every level. Seen a stat the other day that he's been part of a championship in 4 decades. This league is not the same without Rouse. So. He's a great guy, great motivator, but someone that just knows what it takes to win. And he's shown that over the course of
Stepped out of bail, I did a Diddy bop. I had to tilt my hat at the city cop. I walk away free cause I'm innocent. And when I walk, the whole world know a nigga why. We been at the gas station all night. We been at the gas station all night. They done had the bag waiting all night. Tell them that it's lit, bitch, we on fire. Ay, praise to the Most High. Ay, praise to the Most High. Send it praise to the Most High. Praise to the Most High. Devil want a nigga show. I beat that nigga 1,000 times in a row. Couple weeks ago, he thought he threw his best shot. All I'm looking at is Twitter playing friend or foe. Cloud chasers need the relevancy. All talk come from irrelevant MCs. None of those guys are relevant as me. Guess what that means? I'm on a whole nother league. Wait, don't stop, let's tell another story. What the fuck happened to rap? This isn't for me. Never did I ever think I would see the day. Rap niggas telling the cops to come for me. They try to turn me to a cold felon. All they help me do is get some more millions. All I see is free toy, free toy. Homie, I was in Miami on the shore chillin'. I got a whole new chick, mean. We on the island and she fuck me like she off a beam. I'm out in Jersey and I'm ballin' like I'm off the team. I bought it for her, it's a Birkin or it's all Celine. Stepped out of bail, I did a Diddy bop. I had to tilt my hat at the city cop. I walk away free cause I'm innocent. And when I walk, the whole world know a nigga why. We been at the gas station all night. We been at the gas station all night. They done had the bag waiting all night. Tell them that it's lit, bitch, we on fire. Ay, praise to the Most High. Ay, praise to the Most High. Send it praise to the Most High. Praise to the Most High. Soon as I get my masters back, they want chatter. Now I'm independent, niggas want fended. White labels trying to turn my black folk against me. Been selling weed, that nigga don't offend me. Tell my trappers get blooming bags ready. We finna fill them bitches up with Mad Reggie. Take them to the block, sell them at exclusive price. And if they ask why it's trash,
moments away from these NBA Finals presented by YouTube.
I beat that nigga 1,000 times in a row.
Here at the Advent
Ballin'
Health
on the
Arena
demon like a pick and roll.
in the NBA bubble. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. And they are brought to you by Taco Bell. First for the Miami Heat. Goran Dragic has been in the starting lineup throughout these playoffs. He has been magnificent with Robinson, Butler, Jay Crowder, and Bam Adebayo, the terrific young center for the Heat. And for the Lakers, a change in the starting lineup for the 3rd straight game. Particular reason why you think Howard's in the starting lineup to begin?
Well, to me, I think it's to take advantage of the tremendous size that the Lakers have and put so much pressure on you offensively and defensively.
Anthony Davis misses his first.
And Crowder matching up against Anthony Davis, keeping Adebayo on Howard.
Coach, one thing we've seen, we've talked to teams that played against this Laker team. You cannot create the type of size that they have until you face them and you realize then you make the proper adjustments.
And at every position, their backcourt is big with Green and Caldwell Pope.
James looking. Here's Caldwell Pope, drives against Dragic, gets inside, kicks it out. Danny Green, the corner 3. The rebound goes to Crowder. Miami Heat sweeping Indiana in the first round, 5 games against Milwaukee in the second round, and then a 6-game victory against Boston in the conference finals. They have been quite the story here in the bubble. Dragic kicks it out. Crowder with a corner 3. That's good.
And to get him back on track after shooting the ball so poorly after game 1 in the conference finals is critical.
He was 4 for his last 28 from 3 in those conference finals. Prior to that, he had been their best 3-point shooter earlier in the playoffs.
I love the decision by Miami to double Davis and now James in isolation.
And Anthony Davis connects on that. He has been just superb in the playoffs, averaging 57% from the field, almost 29 per game.
I agree with you, Coach. Those two guys, Butler knocks down the shot, are proven to have the ability to win games and win this series.
And they just get to the free throw line and just get you deep into foul trouble.
Caldwell Pope misfires, fight for the rebound. Adebayo comes up with it. Miami has been an excellent 3-point shooting team all season. It's one of their strengths. They went through a severe 3-game slump in the conference finals before breaking out in the clincher as Butler drives and finishes. LeBron James brings it up. This is his 50th NBA Finals game. 5-0.
Unbelievable.
Davis rushed it a bit, missed it, but Crowder couldn't hold on to the Laker ball.
And this is going to be key to me, Coach. LeBron James is defending Jimmy Butler. Butler's got to be aggressive and make him work on the defensive end. Keep the pressure on him constantly for as long as this series goes.
Davis comes off the screen and knocks down another jumper. Already Anthony Davis with a couple of field goals. Adebayo drives, stripped but fouled. As Dwight Howard will pick up the personal.
What you think about it? Boston and the other teams in the East sees that Miami action all season long. The Lakers play them twice, best case scenario in a normal season. Bam Adebayo has the ability so effectively to fake the handoff. You're not used to it. This is how he creates offense.
You saw the reach in there from Davis. The foul is actually on Davis. Howard expressed surprise at the whistle, but it's not on him. As Adebayo hits the free throw, Adebayo, again, just every round he has gotten better. In his 3rd year in the NBA, this year made the All-Star team, NBA All-Defense. He was the best player in the Eastern Conference Finals, and now playing his first NBA Finals.
And the Lakers on every free throw send Davis down and try to play to him after every free throw by their opponent.
James now picked up by Adebayo. LeBron James steps back, 3-pointer, that's good.
That's a big-time shot that the Heat have to be able to live with.
He is coming off one of his best games in these playoffs. As a shot blocked from behind, Danny Green with a nice defensive play. Here's James down the lane, throws it up. And Anthony Davis got hit. Jay Crowder wondering where the foul was.
Well, this is excellent defense by Adebayo and a big-time shot by James. And you're not going to be able to do any better than that.
And I disagree with that call. They're saying not in the act of shooting. I thought the shove was after Davis caught the ball and tried to lay it in off the lob.
Well, the foul is on Crowder. That's his first. Right now, Butler on James, Crowder on Davis. Crowder is a good defensive player, but there's certainly the size advantage. It's Caldwell Pope falling away. Difficult shot, knocks it down.
Coach, I know LeBron James said that this is just a normal series for him. I don't believe that. Matter of fact, I know it's not true. Nothing like playing against your former team that you have history with and an opportunity to win it all with them as the opposition.
And I would say the same thing for Miami. It's not just a normal series for them either.
Danny Green can't connect. How about this? I mean, obviously LeBron James, he played 4 years in Miami, won 2 titles. Eric Spoelstra was his coach, knows him well. Does that give him any help in terms of knowing how to defend his Dragic with a nice offhanded shot?
It helps him, like, know how much he's in for. I mean, that's like he saw him give people the business, and now like those shots right there that James hit the first time down as Davis gets it called up for basket interference. But Eric Spoelstra knows him, but that's a lot different than being able to have an answer to him.
Yeah, there's no answer for greatness. Eric Spoelstra has no edge as we see the offensive rebound, offensive goaltender by Anthony Davis. It'd be the same as Jeff Van Gundy sitting over there. They understand the best position to put the team in the win, and you put together a game plan and hope that it works against greatness.
Dragic using the Adebayo screen. Dragic floats it up, shot won't go. Bam Adebayo right there on the foul. Already 6 points and 3 boards for Bam Adebayo.
Love his activity. He is going to be a star for a long time to come.
He just plays so hard. He plays with such hunger. Nice dive in the post, but it's going to be waved off. An offensive foul call against the Lakers. We'll take our first timeout. Heat off to a nice start.
Spot in the finals on the line. That means it's about time to do a top 5 from NBA.com at number 5 with Daniel Theis literally falling all over him. Bam gets the and one with the friendly rim. That's in at number 5. On to number 4. With the steal, it's Jalen, and from there he's straight sailing. Brown throwing down, and he sort of sticks the landing. That gets in at number 4. At number 3. For the last time this season, it's Jason casing a steal, and from there, things get real. Tatum played him with the huge hops, and that one drops at number 3. On to number 2, and it's a Bam slam as he just sort of glides and strides to the rim to throw that one in. That's at number 2. But at number 1, it's the hesitation, then the detonation felt across the nation. Adebayo gets the hammer throw and lands at number 1 on the NBA.com. Come on.
This is one for the ages.
No matter how far back you go, we've never seen anything quite like this. Two teams who overcame the unthinkable.
Tyler Hero. Bam says get it out of here.
Who will be remembered when the last chapter is written.
Davis fourth.
Tonight's Assist to the Game is brought to you by State Farm. Anthony Davis was 17 years old the last time the Lakers were on this stage, and wasn't just a lot younger, he was a lot smaller, just 6'3", playing at the guard position. AD told me it was right around that age that he took a Greyhound bus from Chicago to Ohio to participate in a basketball camp run by LeBron James. That's where these two met, and they formed a big brother, little brother bond that extended through the years, through AD's famous growth spurt, where he picked up 8 inches in 1 year, and switched to being a front court player, to when they were teammates during the Olympics in 2012, to now, this partnership that they forged in LA that ended here. Anthony actually sent LeBron a heartfelt text last week, thanking him for all he had done for him over the years. Mike, AD wrote LeBron, You're a guy that a lot of people looked up to. You inspired a lot of kids, and I was one of those kids. Thank you.
Well, they have been a dynamic duo all season, Rachel. Thank you. And it's Jimmy Butler. Second straight aggressive move to the basket. He's 3 for 3 from the field. And the Heat have an 8-point advantage.
One thing about this Heat team, they're not afraid. And they're filled with great competitors, and it gives them a chance against anybody.
And because Adebayo has such good lateral movement, they're able to right now switch the pick and roll with Howard. Butler's strong enough to hold up against Howard, so that takes away James's best attribute, which is his passing in the pick and roll situation as Butler hits a baseline jumper.
4 for 4 for Jimmy Butler. 10 straight points by the Heat. Danny Green, one of 6 Lakers who have finals experience, throws that away. That's the 4th turnover for the Lakers. Dragic kicks it out. Butler back to Crowder. Crowder fakes a pass and connects on a 3. They're 3 for 3 from downtown, and Frank Vogel needs a timeout. Miami's opened up a 13-point lead.
Well, Mark Jackson called for it. Jimmy Butler to be aggressive and assertive here. The touch pass to Jay Crowder, who has refound his stroke.
Welcome to Orlando, where the NBA restart is underway.
Hey! It's great to have the NBA back, and I hope our fans are proud of us.
But it's not about individuals. It's about us as a group. So whatever it takes to win.
We build different.
Well, let's play Laker basketball right now.
Lakers are going to go into the playoffs as they march towards their 17th title.
We're together more than we are with our families. And the best thing that you can have is a close-knit group.
The first thing you heard Anthony Davis and others talk about was defense.
LeBron ate it up at the rim.
This group of guys only want one thing, and that's to win a championship.
Got the uniform on, right? Everybody's a big shot maker.
Here's Davis, 4-3 in the win. Oh, it's good! Anthony Davis!
When you made that shot, Mamba mentality.
Mamba shot.
The LA Lakers headed back to the NBA Final. Let's go!
Hey everyone, this is 24 Seconds with me, Alex Caruso. Funniest guy on the team is JaVale McGee. He's just goofy, 24/7.
He's one of the funniest guys.
The most challenging part about being in the NBA is being prepared for 82 games.
Worked on his body so that he's able to be effective.
Would I rather catch and shoot or create? I would definitely rather catch and shoot.
Eyes on eyes everywhere. Caruso for 3. Got it! He's got it! And the Lakers win it!
That's a wrap. I'm out.
For us, it's the opportunity to play for a championship. That's what we all signed up for. You know, have to be locked in.
4-3 in the win. Oh, it's good.
This is what they brought me here for. The part of the legacy. I want those shots. I want the big-time plays.
I'm here for one reason. That's to win a championship.
Make this tradition here, and that's all it's about.
Mamba, 1-3, 1-2-3.
Well, each game reaches 95 points. Tweet hashtag Ultra Beer Bonus and hashtag Sweepstakes at Michelob Ultra. Chance to win. How about this crowd in Game 1 of the NBA Finals? Robin Roberts, Shaquille O'Neal, President Barack Obama, James Worthy. He is a huge basketball fan, loves the NBA, and has a pretty good left-handed jumper.
That's an outstanding point guard, small forward, and center. How about he got to go? He got to start also, the captain.
Yeah. Bill Walton, Dirk Nowitzki. There are 17 NBA champions and the virtual fan spots here tonight. And it's so great to see.
James takes his normal rest. Down 13. Frank Vogel stays with his normal rotation, as does Eric Spoelstra, taken out Adebayo.
Tyler Hero, Andre Iguodala is in the game. Rondo, by the way, has played very well, shooting 50% from the field. Duncan Robinson to Iguodala, pass to Butler, fumbled a little bit, and then couldn't quite finish. Rondo on the drive, kicks it back out to Kuzma. Rondo has actually shot well from three-point range, too, in these playoffs. At that time, a rebound goes to Tyler Hero. Hero, one of the stars for the Heat in the conference finals. A rookie from Kentucky. Butler drives on Davis. Feed inside to Crowder. 7 on the 24. Jake Crowder misses, but Iguodala right there. Playing in his 6th consecutive NBA Finals. Iguodala had his best game in the clincher against Boston in the conference finals. Kuzma misfires. The Heat are 10 of 15 from the field as they turn it over for the first time.
And that's one thing Tyler Hero has to tighten up, is his turnover game. Right there, careless with the ball in transition.
Davis has Butler on him. Crowder comes to double team. Kuzma kicks it out the corner. Caldwell Pope for 3.
The coach has offered the double team of Davis. Great job unselfishly taking the double team, getting rid of the basketball.
I didn't like how Crowder double teamed. He was sort of like non-aggressive as Hero drives and misses. And then he was slow out of the rotation, which allowed Pope to have the wide open 3.
We see the zone of the Miami Heat, which has been so effective, especially in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Caldwell Pope, same spot, same result. Back-to-back threes for Kentavious Caldwell Pope. And Eric Spoelstra wants a call timeout. Well, the Lakers starting to heat up. Still, it's the Heat by 7. Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear, driving us forward with every move. Goodyear, more driven. The NBA compound, the NBA campus, the NBA bubble, and that's the broadcast compound. An amazing group of technicians, production people, technical people. What they did to set this up, we salute them in every possible way. Bravo to all our colleagues.
Absolutely historic what they were able to pull off.
Crowder gets a look from the left side, and Jake Crowder off to an excellent start.
But it all started with Duncan Robinson's pass against a double team as Davis answers with a drive to the rim. He is really improving as a passer.
Robinson, the second-year player out of Michigan, who began his career as a Division III player at Williams College. Adding to his game, he's already a great shooter.
So he's flying off this little handbag, 2 to the ball, hits Iguodala, who does a beautiful job in moving along to Crowder. And the Lakers have done a great job cutting into this lead with James resting.
Robinson misses the three-pointer. Caldwell Pope not expecting it, gets Robinson up in the air, draws the foul. Robinson mad at himself. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, who's got 8 points to lead the Lakers early. He'll shoot a couple of free throws.
Coach, you talked about it. A gutsy call by Frank Vogel, taking out LeBron James with all the momentum going towards the Miami Heat as Caldwell Pope gets Duncan Robinson in the air, gets the contact. But I think it's easier to do it in game 1 as opposed to later on in the series. But still a gutsy call.
That's just an opportunity to pick up a championship. You have to be locked in.
4-3 in the win. Oh, it's good. I want those shots. I want the big-time plays.
I mean, it's a tradition here, and that's all it's about.
Caldwell Pope, another free throw. He plays an important role for this team. He's 3rd in minutes per game in these playoffs at 28 per game. Averages about 10 points. Good three-point shooter. Frank Vogel says he's exceptional on defense. He's shooting 42% from downtown in the bubble.
He's the type of player you need when you have LeBron James and Anthony Davis. A legit big-time defender and a guy that can knock down spot-up shots.
Iguodala misses. Adebayo keeps it alive. Iguodala out to Tyler Hero. His three-pointer won't go. And Rondo throws it ahead to Caldwell Pope down the other end. Misses the layup. And Robinson will rebound. Terrific pass from Rondo, but they were unable to finish it. There's Duncan Robinson, fires and misses his second three-pointer. Alex Caruso, who's been such a spark off the bench, brings it up the floor. Caldwell Pope, another three. Way off. Davis the rebound. And a whistle on a foul. Ball says Bam Adebayo. LeBron James set to check back in. First foul on Adebayo.
You love the activity of Anthony Davis on the offensive boards, taking advantage of his size and strength, forcing the issue. It's rewarded going to the line.
So we've already seen a couple of different possessions where Jimmy Butler is guarding Davis. That time Iguodala is guarding Davis. That's such a difficult matchup. As a coach, when do you match with bigger guys or make them match against you down the